Hello everybody. In the morning I posted a video on that I have accepted a challenge of a patient who is bedridden, a VVIP patient who is bedridden, and the challenge was, can we do something? Can we do something within just one session? This was a challenge and this I accepted. Unfortunately, I accepted the challenge without knowing what exactly the patient is all about, and that is what the challenge is, isn't it? If I know exactly that I can do good in this case, I can solve this case, then what is the challenge there? So in this case I accepted the challenge without knowing exactly about the case. So that is the real challenge, when you don't know, and when you say that you are into incurable diseases, genetic, critical and hopeless diseases, and you take a challenge, a blind challenge. So it was a blind challenge taken by me. So now this is the story. What exactly happened, and the story turned out to be much more difficult, challenging, intriguing than what I expected. So it was a very critical challenge taken. So as I went there, I asked about the history. What happened. So the history which I got was that there was an MRI which is showing complete spine is damaged, and these changes are like somehow 80 years old person will have these changes, and they were slightly more severe, but the changes were all over the spine. But then patient was having patient said that before 10 days he was absolutely normal. 10 days back he was normal, and suddenly the pain started. Now there was a hope. So when I saw MRI, it was actually absolutely a hopeless MRI. I mean, there was absolutely no chance. If somebody is suffering from this, there is almost nearly a zero chance of recovery. Then they said before 10 days back he was normal. Since 10 days all the problems started, and he is bedridden since he was doing an exercise which probably went wrong, and instantly that day he was on bed, and he is on bed since 10 days. My hopes increased because now we got the cause, that this is not a natural disease. In this case it was some accident because of a exercise being wrongly done. So I thought, okay, done. This case is going to get solved. I took some more history. They said, yeah, some problems were there, but then the 10 days of bedridden happened only due to that particular exercise. I said, if this is the case, he is going to be out of pain before I leave your house. It was a bold claim, right? But see, if natural disease is not there, these kind of things can be solved fairly easily. So I took up the challenge. Then I started my session. And in the session, see, what we do is we go through mind and try to see what exactly is happening there. So in my session I noticed it is not as the patient gave the history. It was not just due to the accident. So when I was going deep into the unconscious reprogramming and mind reprogramming, I went deep into visualizing all the parts. It was evident that exercise was not the only culprit. So I did a complete activity, and then I thought, okay, I did an activity. I thought, okay, let us check what exactly had happened. So after the activity, I asked patient to walk, and patient was having a wobbly walk. Initially I was not told that he was having the wobbly walk. So now he was wobbling and unstable gait. He was not walking well. So they said, actually this is the problem. But you said it is the pain is the problem. Well, sir, if I stand like this for a while, I start getting pain. Then I asked, why you are walking like this? He said, due to pain. Then I asked, listen, tell me step by step. Now you are walking abnormal, right? Yes. Is there a pain now? He says, no. There is a very little pain, and that is not making me uncomfortable at present. Now the whole case was changing, and I was trying to compare the previous pain with now pain, and now he tells there is no pain to begin with. There is an abnormal gait, there is a lack of balance, there was a wobbly gait, but there was no pain. And the pain starts only after standing for a while or walking for a while. Now this was a complete new history. All the efforts gone in drain, all wasted, because what we were focusing on was pain. I got this some kind of instincts while doing the activity, but see, patient is supreme. Patient gave the history, we have to respect patient, right? So I did a complete activity, and I wanted to compare the pain, the previous pain and the pain after I did the activity. Unfortunately, I failed badly. I failed miserably in first activity. Question is what to do. I thought, no, I have come this far. I have come this far not to just fail and go back. Our protocol at Advanced Health is never give up. It's a never give up attitude. I started studying the case again. And when I restudied the case, I came to know that pain is not the main thing. Main thing was he was having abnormal gait. The hips were unstable and there was a girdle weakness. The hips were weak, unstable, and the whole of the legs, beginning right from thigh to the foot, was weak. So the nerves were weak, the muscles were weak, the neuromuscular junction was weak, and much ahead of this, 6 to 8 months back. Since then he was having the thick pad-like sensation in the foot. That means the nerves were started damaging before 6 to 8 months. Now this was a completely new history. I said to patient, why didn't you tell me this? They said, actually we thought it is only from 10 days. I said, no, it is not from 10 days. That extreme exercise triggered everything. But the problem started 8 months back. Now it is a different approach, a different story, a different history, a different case. Now we cannot expect this to solve right now. But still, I will do something. I will do something to see at least 10% relief today. They say, actually we don't believe in this kind of a gait, the 10% relief even will come today. I say, see, I cannot promise, but let me give the best effort. This is okay. So then I restarted activity, and the activity was completely guided differently in a different direction, trying to find out all the nerves which are compressed, damaged, solving them, and the repair process, and see the weakness where it is, and refill that weakness with the strength. So whole of the process was redone. After whole process was redone, then came another challenge. And when the patient was out of the activity, and we told the patient, I asked the patient to compare the previous waddling gait, wobbling gait with the now. And patient was saying, no, it is same. Patient's wife said, no, it is different. Patient said, no, it is not a much different. Patient wife said, I am seeing the changes. I said, I am also seeing the changes. Patient was not ready to accept. Patient was not ready to accept, and this is one of the greatest obstacle in the path of cure. Because if there is improvement and you give signal to your mind that I don't appreciate this improvement, listen to me once again. If there is an improvement, if there is a change, there is a positive change, and if you do not recognize, you do not appreciate, your mind understands that this is not a worthy change. This is not a good change, so let us not repeat it. Let us not increase this benefit. And the mind doesn't support the treatment. If mind doesn't support, neurochemicals will not support. If neurochemicals doesn't support, hormones will not support. If neurochemicals and neurohormones and hormones are not supporting, physiology will not support, and whole of the effort done goes waste. I tried hard to convince the patient that there is seeing changes, but see, I saying there are changes doesn't make any significance. Either the patient should say or the relatives should say. Here relatives were saying, I am seeing some changes. You are not so comfortable standing for so long. You are discussing while standing since so long. You are not doing this. But then patient said, I am not seeing much of the difference. So I said, I wanted to post it live, whatever happened. But I said, okay, I will give you another chance. I gave this in recording. And while I gave this the activity in recording, I was just moving to IIM Bangalore for a visit for submitting my research papers. So I said, okay, I am going to IIM Bangalore and I will come back. And once I come back, I will ask you again what you did. So you have to do this activity and tell me the follow-up after I come. So I thought I will be coming in 40-50 minutes. It was just near his house. Finally, it took me 1.5 to 2 hours. He did a complete activity. And after doing the complete activity, I came after 15-20 minutes. I asked him, how is it? How is the pain? How is the weakness? How is the weakness of the hips? How is the weakness of the legs? How is walking? And how is the overall change? So he said, I am now seeing the changes. I can now see the changes that I was not able to sit like this, I was not able to stand like this, I was not able to walk like this, I was completely bedridden. It was very difficult for me to be stable, but now I have seen I am able to walk better, the weakness is better. Now this was the challenging moment, and after challenging moment, we got the result, and results were absolutely fantastic. In this case, where age is 70, spine is completely damaged, hips are weak, the muscles and nerves are weak, there is a neuropathy and the complete damage. Seeing the patient having changes right then and there is very, very satisfying. Lot of gratification, lot of satisfaction happens by seeing such changes. So something amazing is happening. We are giving absolutely consistent results in incurable and hopeless cases, and we are so happy just because we are able to help you. We are able to help people in absolutely state of zero hope. Incurable cases, critical cases, genetic cases and hopeless cases. And I am sure this patient is going to show approximately up to 30 to 40% improvement in just 3 to 4 days, and he is going to walk down his house to do his normal activities. He is a great social activist. He is doing a great job in a social circle, and I will be loving to find this person working with his full efforts, full might, and to benefit the society. He also promised, once I get benefit, I am going to spread this to all over the world. And he had amazing contacts. So probably universe have connected both of us for a right reason. And this right reason is helping the right person who deserves the best treatment at the right time. So guys, thank you for being on this live, and you are amazing, you are awesome. Share this live of incurable critical case to as many people as possible, and see, probably this is going to create new hopes across boundaries. We are already getting patients from Thailand and Bangladesh coming down to Nagpur and Mumbai to get our treatment, and these patients coming to Bangladesh, coming to Nagpur from Bangladesh, coming to Thailand from Bangladesh to Nagpur, from Thailand to Nagpur is a new journey which is started. We are now developing a complete medical tourism hub in Nagpur, and I am sure many of the patients are going to get the benefit of such kind of challenging level treatment. Now let me acknowledge those who are present here. Tapan is watching. Hi Tapan. Shehnaz Parveen. Good evening Shehnaz. Wilma Monterio. Good evening Wilma. Jessica. Welcome Jessica. Nilima Mahol, good evening Nilima. And Shehnaz Parveen, I hope get one of your sessions soon. Sure, Shehnaz. It is not just about one session actually. In this case, I did one session, but I also advise them a continuous program of a complete year to reprogram the inner system. Because see, if I do one session and give relief and just leave them like that, this session will be very, very temporary. I don't want results to be temporary. I want them to be long lasting. I want them to be permanent. I want them to be actually disease reversal, not just a show off. So welcome to the whole bunch of treatment rather than just one kind of a session. Shashanka Kiran Pal, yes, we treat autism, and this genetic reprogramming treatment definitely helps in autism. And what about Shashanka? Yes, autism we can treat, Shashanka. Don't worry, welcome. Yes, Nilima, right treatment at the right time. Yes, works wonders. Yes, Shehnaz, you are right. So, okay, thank you guys. Thank you for being on this live. And please be in touch. Keep inspiring for this social work. Yes, autism is definitely a challenge. See, whenever the allopathic world, the contemporary world says nothing can be done, that is a challenge, right? Let us take up the challenge for the benefit of your kid and all other kids who really, really want this kind of a life-changing transformation treatment. So guys, thank you for being live. Stay tuned, stay connected, and I will be posting these videos and live videos repeatedly so that you get inspired and you get an opportunity to inspire people by sharing such videos to as many people as possible. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care. Stay tuned. Stay healthy.